Hi everyone, it's Carrie. We're at Walmart today. We're starting off our intro inside today instead of outside. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back everyone. I'm happy that you're all here. Wanted to check out some little items here before we head over to the Christmas area. I love this LED rechargeable light. You touch it, it's dimmable, changes color temperatures. $15. I think that is a super cool lamp. I love these, kind of gives you versatility of where you can put them on bookshelves, areas you don't need plugs. They come in super handy when the power is out. This is going to be my one purchase for today. I have been looking for a candle warmer lamp and I do like the styling on that one. Also, these are more LED battery operated lamps. Super cool green little touch base right there. I think I'm kind of obsessed though with these gold ones right here. Oh my goodness. All right, we will browse a little bit more and then we are gonna head over and check out all things Christmas. We've been taking our time going through the store. This is another candle warmer lamp. I love that one too. This is my favorite fragrance from Walmart. It is the Fresh Cut Fraser. I bought one of those last time I was in the store and really enjoyed the fragrance of that candle. All right, these I thought were pretty cool. $17. It's a really pretty wood color, like the stain on there. I like that one. This is all over in the Pioneer Woman area. We've got the rectangle ruffle baker. Love that one also. But yeah, I was kind of surprised how much they were sold out over in this area. I love these little dip trios. Little condiments, however you want to use that. It's just great to have bowls that are that size. Also, love this little tray. Oh my goodness, that one is not $37 though. Hang on a second, let me try to find the tag. I think it might be further down. $17 for that also. Love that. Yeah, completely sold out of a lot of items in here. Interesting. I wonder if new things will be coming in. All right, we have some super cute Christmas decor. I love this artwork. Oh my gosh, the Nutcracker, super cute. Those are $22.27. Some pretty good artwork. All right, last time we were in the store, started going through all of the ornaments, and I just keep coming back to these. For $2.14, these are glass. I don't think you're gonna find something that pretty for $2.14. Same thing with this one. I really like those. They've created looks in here, and so I really like that because for people that struggle with decor or design ideas, they can come in and just kind of go, I want it to look like this. And they've already given you everything here to kind of create that look. Down to the flowers, your more, what I'm going to call kind of your filler ornaments. Although these are really cool. These are glass. They've got them in silver and gold. They also have them in red. And then these are those, I'm going to call them flocked. They've got them reds, blues, browns, creams, all really pretty. It's $2.15. These are pretty good nutcrackers. Those are not plastic. Those are little wooden ones. Love these. I love the little plastic blow mold. These are ceramic. All sorts of little sugarberry picks, little clip ornaments. I love that those do have clips on them. These are super vintage. I love these. They are plastic for that 6-pack. $4 for that pack. These are the red glass ones. I think those are very pretty. And we've got some clip-on flowers, different items like that. I love these. These are wooden trees. There's those paper honeycomb snowmen. I bought a bunch of those because I thought they were super cute. These are plastic snowmen here. We've got our cowboy Santa there, a little nod back to Texas. I love that. Cute little stockings up here. Oh my goodness. These houses, those are ceramic. These are plastic. It's a nice shiny red though. The holly leaves, these are ceramic. Also, the reindeer is plastic. Now I love this one. If you have watched my home good videos, we found a lot of red and white striped dishes that are over there, and they look just like that. So you can really kind of pull those together. All sorts of white flowers, red ones. What do we have down here? Ooh, I love these. The ones with the little green sprinkles on there. These are all tree toppers. So we've got snowmen, all different stars. This one here lights up. We've got the plastic blow mold toppers also. Those are 13. That's what that one looks like lit up. Kind of cool. What tree toppers are you all putting on your trees? What do you have one that you've always put on your tree? Are you looking for a new one? What do you put on top of your tree? Oh, that one's pretty with the red. I have, because we've had a variety of trees, sometimes I have stars on one. I have an angel on our main one in our living room. On the tree for my grandkids in their room, there's one, it's a star, but it has like a disco ball on it. They picked it and absolutely love it. Oh, hold on here. Do we have like a flying angel? Hang on. She has some super fancy wings. I will tell you, I did not expect those kind of wings on that little angel holding that cute little candle there. Gosh, that one was a little bit strobe effect. This one I kind of love. Very vintage on that one. Also these, I love those with those old-fashioned lights. Anyone else remember the Christmas lights that had the little plastic covers around the outside to make them sparkle a little bit more? They have a pretty good selection in here. And we've got some blow molds up top, the little gnome with the lights, kind of cute. All right, so $11.30 for this pack. There's 8 in each of these. The ones up top down below, these are your 24s. And they have them with each kind of design color series. Those are $6, roughly $6.50 for the 24. And then the larger ones down there, very pretty. But see, they'll have like a color series with the blues and silvers, then the reds, green with gold. Then just our straight silvers right here. And then the 2-pack of large ones, those are right under $12. As are these. I like those. Some of them look like they're metal in there, but they're not. They're all plastic. I love when they take plastic and make it look like it's either glass or metal or something kind of not plastic, right? 50 pieces in that one. That's a really good assortment. That one comes in under $20. See these ones? They look like mercury glass, but they're plastic. So you get 4 of those, $12, under 13. Sorry, I normally round everything up. I like the browns and golds in this one. Those are also really pretty. $11.40 for those up there. That's that kind of like, I'm going to call that in-between gold, right? That like true gold. You get the darker gold, the kind of like middle gold, and then you get that champagne gold. Love these. These lime green, or I'm calling them chartreuse, and the hot pink, my Gen X heart kind of loves those. Those are also super cool. Anyone else growing up like painted their fingernails all the different neon colors? And so we've got the 2-pack of white bells right here. This one is $15, $14.86, and same for those down below. Gosh, I love that hot pink with that chartreuse. Those are so cool. The 2-pack of snowflakes, those are really fun also, under $15. I think Walmart this year really has done an incredible job. Really love what they've picked though. So this is really cute. It does sing a little Christmas song. Does not move at all, but it does sing. Most of the Walmarts do have the military ornaments. This store right now only has the Marine Corps ones. And if I did not mention which store I'm at, I'm in Claremont, Florida. It's the Walmart right on off Highway 27. Got some really pretty ornament hooks. These are my favorite kind. This is what I use on my trees. The prettier ones run about $2.50. The cheaper ones about $1. We've got boxes of, these are all plastic ornaments down here, 97 cents each. Got our little penguins. We've got like a Frosty the Snowman topper here. That's cute. And we've got a smaller snowman. And we've got gold, red, and white snowflakes down there, all that size. Those are under $3 each. Got a big pretzel that's chocolate covered with sprinkles. Then we've got the gumdrops in the green and the red. And we've got more shatterproof ornaments over here. These look very much like we were just, yep, they were the same ones as we're further down. All right, if you want to confuse children of today, buy them Santa's magical phone. Would they ever reach him? I'm sorry. I don't think kids would know what to do with that phone. How many of you had one of those? I did. I grew up with those phones in the house. We've got tree skirts. Love these. I love the white and red stripe. $25. Price-wise, these are pretty reasonable compared to what I'm seeing at other stores. $28.96 to $29 for that one. And then like most places, they have a really good selection of miniature trees. Some of them are pre-lit, some of them are not. And then all of the really small little mini ornaments. And we did look through a lot of this, but we'll just kind of pick one section in here today and look around a little bit. For example, this little tree skirt right here, it is metal. It is $8.18. You can get the garland to go with it. You can decorate it however you want. They've got the pre-packed right there with multiple ornaments. These are great for desktop, for small areas. If you just don't have a lot of square footage, but you still want a tree. Maybe a nightstand in a guest bedroom. I've got some pretty, ooh, I like these ribbons. I've got all the packs of little ornaments in here. And it's the same kind of color pattern, kind of color schemes that they had in all the larger ornaments. So you can do the blue ones also if you like those. I've got the gingerbread ones. The little rolling pins. Oh my goodness. Be careful when you purchase things. You just double check that you're getting all the ornaments that you are supposed to get. If it says 3 or 4, just check those. As you'll see, sometimes they fall off. $26. We've got all of our Santas over here. Sorry, those are way up on the top shelf. I'll look at some of the ones below, but they have the cowboy Santa. We've got Santa in his pajamas with his little reindeer slippers. Oh my goodness, his little flannels. I like the one here with the list, with all the names on it. I think that one is fun. This is a really nice, there's a really good amount of berries on here. That one is $36. I like the brown ribbon on here, this little swag with the bells. We've got the really pretty cardinal over here. This one is $10.43, but I love these little reindeer. These are $4.84. And they're a little bit heavy. They're not like a lightweight plastic. They're pretty, they had a little bit of weight to them, so those would sit well on a bookshelf. The little birds all dressed up. Those are under $6. Oh goodness, that little deer is missing an ear. So yeah, just always check, before at any store, not just Walmart, at all the different stores I go to, things just get bumped and broken. It's a cute little wood house. That one's $12.97. And down below, we've got some little berry trees. And then I love these trees. So these come in at $42, very nostalgic. And the blow molds. Did anyone else have these in their yard when they were growing up? I did. And I loved the angel. And they always lasted maybe a couple years, and then the colors just got completely melted with the sun. All right, I want you to hear this. It's loud, by the way. It has a volume control. So just so you know, in the stores, anytime you push a button on, if the volume comes on too long, if you press the button again, it will almost always shut off whatever that little dancing character is or noise-making machine. These are those little faux books. They do open up. I saw recently someone was storing like last year's Christmas cards in those when they put everything away, and I thought that was pretty cool. Just some little trinket trays down here for $8, and I do love, I think these are some of my favorite stocking holders. Look how tall these are. Let me put them up kind of so you can see. If I put them right here compared to a standard, see how tall that is? This is something that you would absolutely find at like a Pottery Barn, Crate and Barrel, West Elm. Same with this one. Very much that same look. So if you're going for that look, these are really budget friendly and they're really cool. Also, this one here I think is pretty fun. There's a lot of items I want to show you. They don't have the price tags on things yet. The digital, and I'll show you in a minute. These are the flat ones that you can put across your mantle. That way if you have other things that are on your mantles. But see, all of the digital displays right now are for the most part blank. And I think it's still early in the season. They're still loading in inventory. So there were a lot of items and unfortunately I could not get pricing for it quite yet. I'm sure they have the pricing online if it's something that you're like, hey, I want to see what that is. I want to see this 48-inch velvet tree skirt. This one we now know is $20 because the price tag was on there. That is a pretty, pretty blue. Some good traditional reds in here. This one is pretty. So are you team tree skirt, or do you use those more upright ones like we saw, the metal ones or the wood ones? Let me know in the comments. $10 on the stockings over here. Those were really fun. I like that blue and white stripe one. $10 for that one also. Yeah, it looks like they are all right about $10. So these are yard stakes and they come in two different sizes. So these are the smaller ones here to the left. These are 23 inches. They come in at 16, about 7, under 17. The other ones are under 27. So you've got your taller and shorter. You can line a pathway or around your flower garden. So the jumbo lollipops, those are not for outside. They are fabric. I know they show the stakes in there. One rainstorm and I think those are cooked. Also yard stakes, those light up. Those are pretty. And those were $33. Of course, we've got a flamingo here in Florida. I love these. I do love those. And the little snowmen right here to the right, they do sing, so I'm going to show you those. Super cute. So those are 3 packs, also yard stakes. And then look at these little blow molds. These are 10-inch. These you can hang. So you could hang them outside on a tree. Honestly, you could even put those inside on a tree if you want to. If you've got a big enough tree, that would be pretty cool. These are those starbursts with the warm lights on there. Those are also really fun to use for New Year's parties. So $14.30 for those. So if you change up your decor a little bit for New Year's, those are the kind of things that I lean a little bit more towards for that. These are solar. So this is a set of 3 blue solar powered. Those are under 14. And then here's the larger one. This is a 12-inch starburst sphere. That one comes in $11.40 for that one. I love these. So it's a set of 4 multicolor. Those are the clear ones. Those are under 13 for your yard. I've seen people line their walkways with those, but look, I love these. These are like oversized of the light bulbs. I think this might be one of my favorite things right now. I really have to figure out where I could put those. $35 for those. I love those. Where would you put those? How would you use those? Let me know in the comments. We've got some different blow molds in here. The little gnome. I love the snowman with his big puffer jacket and that big zipper. Looks like he's got a hot chocolate down here. We've got some, oh, the little Highland cow over there. Very cute. So these are all the plastic. They do light up. They're good for outside. You may want to figure out how to stake them down. We've got our nativity over here. How much is this one? $55 for that. They really do have a good selection if you are looking for blow molds like this, and I love it because it's so vintage to me. And then they have a huge assortment of different garlands and different types of wreaths, just your plain greens and your flocked. So this wreath matches that swag that we saw before with the brown, but this one back here is a little bit different. This one back here does not have a bow on it, just has the really pretty pine cones. Love that natural look. This one I think is pretty. I'm not going to touch it though. There is a ton of glitter on this thing. That comes in under $33, and then under $35 we've got the matching garland. We have very few items of the My Texas Home line here in our Florida stores. I was able to find the pillows, and then I found one tree. I know her products can also be purchased online, so If this is something you're interested in, online is the way you may want to go with these, because they just don't have them in our stores here in Florida very much. I'll zoom in up there so you can see the inflatables that they do sell in the stores. This little gingerbread guy popping out of the mug up there. And you'll see the big prices right next to each of the items. All right, let's pop through the tree department here and see what we can find. I can tell you in advance, they did not have pricing on any of the trees out here. I think there was one tree that I found pricing on. If you want the prices on the trees, you have to actually go to the section. So like you'll see that says T31. You go over to the wall, find T31 or T21, and you'll find the tree, and then it'll have the price. Hopefully they'll put the prices out on these. I don't know what's going on that they didn't do that. However, this one that I'm looking at is I'm calling it the Grinch tree. And the one next to it with that very kind of like sugary, snowy flock was really pretty. This one is a 7-foot pre-lit Brinkley. This one has one type of branch on that one. I always like to compare the different types of branches. So here is one of the My Texas House trees. This is a 4-foot pre-lit cypress. The leaves on this, it has that real look, but they feel rubbery. I like how these trees look. They look a little bit fuzzy. It's the cashmere. So the cashmere trees always look like that. It's that 7-foot, that is a non-lit tree. There's one tucked away way in the back here. It's a very slim, let me see if I can reach in. It's a 19-inch wide tree. So if you need a tree for a tight space, that might be a good solution. This one has a nice amount of lights on this. Oh, and it goes to white. Okay, do you like the white twinkle or do you like the multicolor? I like this white twinkle. I think that's really pretty. There's 1,200 lights on that. That's why you can really tell the difference in a tree that has a good amount of lights on it. And it's a totally personal decision. This tree back here, I could not get to it any other way, and they didn't have a tag that I could reach from where I was, but I like it because it really does look like an outdoor tree. Here is one more My Texas House. I misspoke. So there was another one over here. This one is flocked. It has two different, very distinct different branch types, so you'll see. Let me know what you think of those trees. Do you all use the My Texas trees? What do you think of the very different branch patterns? To me, it looks like two trees together. So this was the only one that had a price tag on it. It is $60 for a 3 set of flocked trees. So they had a lot of 7.5-foot trees in here, and I'm sorry if y'all just heard my dog. Oh my goodness. She's sitting up here with me while I'm doing this. That one does multicolor and white. Ooh, this one here, I don't know, I don't like the flickering. You know how some trees, depending on the type of lights, they flicker? That one has a flicker to those LEDs. I can't do those because I'll get a migraine with that. However, just to kind of point that out, you'll see the difference in, it's not twinkling, it is actually flickering. This one is a 6.5-foot. This is the Madison pine. That one had one branch type on that one. This one is the Sanford, says it's a new tree to Walmart this year. Has 2 branch types in there. So I think these are just a little more subtle when you have the different branch types, but I don't know. In the wild, I don't recall seeing trees that have, I could be wrong. Someone let me know in the comments. I feel like when I've wandered around the forest, it's one type of branch per type of tree, but what do I know? This one here has a more, I'm going to call it kind of a cotton candy look. The multicolor lights are more on the pastel side. And this one is just a white, so there's no multicolor on that one. And that one to the left has like a thicker flock to it. Let me show you. There's like a thicker flock on this one compared to the one over here, which is a little bit of a lighter flock and 2 different branch types. Both very pretty. And here is a black Christmas tree. I know, gasp, everyone just, I actually have a black tree in my house right now, but it is for Halloween. So mine is completely decorated with orange and purple. This one does come in green, also does come in white. I actually can imagine that one though decorated for Christmas though, very modern. That's kind of like right up my alley. I love that. Got a 6.5 foot. So this particular store, there were a lot of mostly kind of 6.5 foot, 7.5 foot trees. This one here has very pretty warm white lights on it. So it gave it a very creamy look to the tree, like a very cream color. It was not harsh white at all. So if you're looking for something that is a softer cream color, this might be a good solution. This one is a Valencia. So there's 2 different branch types on this one. And that one goes white or multicolor. And that one looks like it has 1 branch type on that one. Yeah, that one's a 1 branch type. No, maybe there's 2 kind of in the middle there. Sorry, I'm trying to like focus on the inside. No, that definitely looks like just 1. In any event, so you would come over here to the wall. So like, for example, T19, this one is $80. Here's one of the flocked 6-foot trees. That one's $40. So that's how you would need to come over and get the pricing for the trees right now until they put the tags on the trees. Hopefully they'll do that soon. There's a good variety down here though. And as we head out, we are going to browse through the wrapping paper that they have over here. It's just their kind of premium wrapping paper that they have out. They've got some really, really pretty selections this year. I love this one. Again, it's the white and black. It's the modern for me with that touch of blue. I think that's super cool. And then you could coordinate it with this plaid. I love that. Some pretty browns in here also. And with that, everyone, I'm going to let you, we're going to wrap it up right here in the wrapping section. I'll be here all night, folks. Anyhow, I appreciate all of you. I truly do. Thank you so much, everyone, for being part of this with me. I love to chat with you all in the comments, so be sure to stop by and say hello. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care and be safe. I'll let you all wrap up browsing here. Have a great one, everyone.